This is the Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
And there is an inflation rise. Usually crime rates go the same, and it makes sense. A lot of people struggling, and so they get into a mode of desperation and end up doing things they normally wouldn't. You add that to people that are always committing the crimes, and you see a rise in crime. So we're asking you what you do at 780-784-7107 to protect yourself.
My dad always had the beware of dog sign, even after our dog passed. He just kept it there.
Yeah?
And I honestly, the more research I do with burglars, they don't want to deal with dogs.
No.
And even if it's a smaller dog, if it's yappy, it's probably saving you from having your home broken into.
Yeah, I don't know how my dog would react. Most people that come into the house, he just runs over and wants to sniff them. But I bet if he got a sense that he needed to protect the home.
I honestly think you having neighbors with a scary dog helps too.
Absolutely.
I
And
mean,
it's a loud dog.
it's
So it's like an
loud.
alarm next door.
Yeah, and
I'll
like,
take it.
She's a sweetheart, but she's very vocal and she'll sneak up against the gate. And when anyone's walking by, she'll just start barking, and it scares the crap out of me every day.
And this text says, locking your windows is more important than you think, and even consider growing some thorny bushes under windows. It's odd that little things like that, when they're choosing which home they'll break into, can be enough to deter them from picking yours.
Yeah, and even having signs up on your property that say that you have a security system.
The camera game is so strong these days. Getting some cameras installed makes a whole bunch of sense, and most thieves will notice that.
We got this text about a fake TV.
No.
Yeah, Jeff wrote in saying, get yourself a fake TV. You can buy them on Amazon. They're about $40. And basically, it's like a light that you turn on whenever you leave the house, or maybe you go out for the evening, and it looks like there's a TV on in one of the rooms.
Really?
But really, it's just this little light, and it doesn't take more than like what a night light would use for electricity.
Interesting. It just changes colors a little bit so it looks like the TV's on.
Yeah, that's really smart.
The thieves are like, that guy watches the same show every night. And this one I really like. I have a sticker on my front door that says, proud member of the National Firearms Association. I've never owned a gun in my life.
Okay, that's so funny.
It's really smart, though. You wouldn't break into a house if you thought the guy was toting guns.
I sleep with a machete beside my bed.
Okay, where is it? Do you just like lay it on the floor beside your bed? Is it under the mattress? How does it work?
It's tucked between my nightstand and my bed.
See, I'm always concerned about sleepwalking and having weapons nearby. As like, I've walked, I don't know, probably 30 times in my life, and I just don't trust myself.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't have one.
No, but Shanna's got it. Have you ever felt like you needed to grab it?
No, not since I got it.
That's smart.
Yeah, it's a security blanket in a sense, right? It makes you feel more safe, even
Maybe
just having it.
Like a baseball bat would work for me, because even if I was sleepwalking, I'd wake up and just like think I was playing a baseball game, you know? Whereas like a knife, you're like, oh, I'm Rambo.
Right. Ken wrote in saying, paintball, pistol loaded with rubber balls on the nightstand. I got a 100-pound German Shepherd, and I always keep my patio lights on across my yard. I've never had any problems.
Yeah, a well-lit outdoor area is highly recommended on one of the sites I was checking out this morning. Also, getting a safe. Now, for me, yeah, I guess. If you have a safe, they know where the expensive stuff is. They know they can't get into it, so that they end up probably maybe leaving.
Yeah.
Whereas if they can't find it, they'll just keep ransacking and looking, and then you're dealing with a lot more damage. So I guess that does make sense. Because I was thinking, there's got to be really good hiding spots in a house that nobody would ever find.
Yeah, but if they see, even if you had like a fake safe, like we were talking about like fake things, yeah, maybe someone would see that and go, oh, well, guess we can't get into this. Let's move on.
What would a fake safe look like?
A real safe.
Well, I know. Why wouldn't you just get a real safe?
That's a good question.
Yeah. Like a really light one. It's made of like paper mache. It just says safe on it.
Jordan says nanny cams like hidden in teddy bears. Do people do that?
I've never had to pull out a firearm on somebody in the house, even door checkers, but I've bear made 3 people.
Whew.
You know, even the ones at Canadian Tire, those $30 ones, those will hit a bit from 20 feet away. You'll get a good 6-7 seconds out of them. I got one guy so good in my garage, he tried to run, ran straight into the wall, and knocked himself out.
Bear spray, not a bad idea.
Okay, but just an FYI, bear spray, if it's carried with the intention to protect yourself against a bear,
Yeah.
that's legal.
Okay.
But if you're using it on a person, you can be charged with using a weapon.
What have you just said? I'm pretty sure I saw a bear.
I thought it was a bear.
Guy was very hairy.
Kelsey texted in for the first time and made me laugh so hard. She said, I keep a sock filled with quarters next to my bed, and I also sleep naked to assert dominance. They don't want the smoke.
Imagine somebody attacking you, swinging a sock full of change while naked.
Yeah, you'd be in shock.
You would turn and run like hell.
Now, earlier we were talking about bear spray.
Mm-hmm. Some alternatives to that, as it is illegal to attack somebody with bear spray. What do you got?
There was an email that came from my uncle and an office lady they were attacked a few times, like for getting robbed in the business that they're in. And she used wasp spray. So $6 a can versus $30 a can, and it's not illegal to have wasp spray.
Ooh, I like that.
Okay, a little life hack and a money-saving tip.
And apparently it burns like a mother. So
I remember using it to get a wasp nest that was really up high. Like, dude, that thing has some distance.
Yeah, it blasts.
well, and that's what they said. A bear spray, you're accurate within 10 to 15 feet. Wasp spray, you have a range of 30 feet.
All right.
Now, we're getting some other alternatives besides wasp spray. Mike said fog spray is cheap. It's in a smaller container to carry. Also, hairspray works amazing.
And glitter.
Glitter bombing.
They just hate that.
I would hate that. Brenna says, I think you'd be able to get away with using dog spray. It's carried at Canadian Tire.
I've never even heard of dog spray.
Me either.
Is that for like if a big dog comes running at you?
Yeah, maybe.
So it's just like a little less intense than bear spray?
I don't know.
I suppose. 780-784-7107. Hit us up if you've got an at-home security hack that you use to stay safe.
Okay, Maddie said, make your backyard look like if they broke in, they're going to need a tetanus shot.
Oh, really?
Just make your yard a disaster.
Look nasty. That's a good excuse to not do any work in the yard this year.
Exactly.
Staying safe. I actually read a text here that said the opposite, though. It said that burglars quite often will look for rundown homes because likely that'll mean rundown security systems.
Okay.
You know, doors, windows that are unlocked, easier to get into. People that don't take care of their things are maybe an easier target.
Yeah, that's probably why when most people go out of town, they get the neighbors to cut their lawn for them so it looks like they're home.
Yeah. Yes, the weather sucks. It sucks.
Sucks.
We thought we were in the clear for some spring.
Yeah, remember when it was 21 degrees? What was that?
Friday, it got up to 23 in some spots around the city.
And I bet people had plans, like our friends Mel and Cody, they were like, we're having a fire tonight if anyone wants to come over.
The only thing that came over was the wind.
Yeah, and that
the cold temps.
it got so disgusting out, people probably had to cancel all of their plans.
So we have a segment around here called the Happy Off, where anytime something miserable is going on, we try to find the positives in it.
Yeah, we do.
And we just rifle back and forth. We brainstorm with our listeners. So what positives are there with this really crappy weather for this time of year?
I love wearing toques. It's my favorite fashion statement. So
Fashion statement.
I'm serious.
Okay.
There's some cool toques out there, man. And so I like to rock them, especially because I can get away with not washing my hair.
There we go.
That's more so the reason. You're right.
over a fashion statement.
You caught me.
Okay, I've got one. The snow melted for the most part in most yards. The dog turds, however, are still frozen. This is the perfect time to pick up your dog's dumps.
Ooh, that's true. You can rake them up really easily.
Yeah.
They're not like mushy.
Way less stinky, way less messy. Get it?
Okay.
Cassie hit us up and said, getting some more wears out of my big comfy sweaters. Heather said, more time to work on the summer bod.
That is a really good one.
And Alyssa had a couple suggestions that I really like. Hot chocolate. It does just taste better.
It does.
When it's cold like this. And still having winter tires on. Justification for that.
Also, when it's cold out, you can just lay on the couch under blankets. Like, you can't get up. It's cold.
Andy, perky nipples look much better in the cold. Okay.
Andy, come on.
Grow up.
I mean, he's not wrong.
No,
but-
that's very accurate,
Yeah,
actually.
that's true.
Okay, I have, I think, one most people wouldn't have thought of this time of year that I think is a huge win. It's a shopper's market for garage sales. Because most April 16th weekends, you've got your first people out, your keeners. They got to push it back now because the weather's going to be crappy this weekend.
Okay.
So all of the garage sailors will be ready to rep for the first big weekend, and that means there's more selection. You're not going to be as needy buying the only bike available. You're going to get to choose. It's a shopper's market for garage sailing.
And maybe because they had to hold it off and they don't want this junk anymore, they'll lower the prices.
Exactly.
Hopefully they'll get rid of things faster.
They're going to have less shoppers because there's going to be more sales.
Jen wrote in saying bubble baths. And Jamie says, a great excuse to make a big pot of chili.
Oh, I like that one. I didn't even think of all the foods. Still soup season. Hell yeah. So, anytime there's a new place that offers breakfast, it's kind of exciting to see what they'll get up to. Specifically, if they have something on their menu called the Baconator.
Yep. Wendy's is going to be rolling out their breakfast menu starting on May 2nd here in Canada. So the breakfast Baconator. Dang. Do you want to hear what's in it?
Yes, please.
Okay, so it's got the grilled square sausage patty, fresh, never frozen. 2 slices of cheese, 2 slices, I guess. Is bacon.
Better than one.
6 strips of bacon,
Holy
Applewood.
moly.
It's the Applewood smoked bacon, a fresh cracked Canadian grade A egg, Swiss cheese hollandaise sauce on a toasted bun.
No, at the end there, it took me for a twist.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening
Swiss cheese as well?
there. No, it's Swiss cheese hollandaise sauce. Sorry, Swiss cheese hollandaise style sauce.
Oh, so it's just, okay.
It's like a cheesy hollandaise.
Yeah, I mean, I bet it's great. It sounds like it's a weekly intake for calories.
Yeah, it doesn't sound too healthy. But there's some other options that they're rolling out that I think could be interesting, like definitely worth testing out.
This isn't an ad, by the way.
No,
like
it's
they're
not.
not paying us to talk about this. We did both think it was very interesting that there's a new member to the breakfast gang, though.
Yeah, like what time are they going to be opening? Because Wendy's opens at what?
10 normally, yeah.
So you got to think they're opening at 6?
Probably.
I don't know.
You think of how much money some of those places make from breakfast? Like, think of how much of a focus McDonald's has put on breakfast over the years.
Their McCafe, you're like, what?
Really zoned in on it. And I think it's because out of any meal that people are likely to get, my guess is on a regular basis from a fast food place, it might be breakfast.
For sure.
People are always rushing in the morning,
Well,
right?
and it's routine for a lot of people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, this seems interesting. The Frosty Chino. So it's cold brew coffee, and then you get to choose chocolate or vanilla Frosty served over ice.
Yeah, that sounds really, really good.
I'll be the judge of that. I'll be doing the review.
Brandon, the co-founder of Town Square Brewing, what do you guys got going on?
Brought back our growler punch cart this year, trying to obviously keep costs down for the consumers with inflation. So fill up 5 growlers, and the 6th one is on us. We also offer a loyalty program. Our guests are able to collect points, and then those points are redeemable to growler fills, pints, merchandise, food as well. We are punching out some seltzers, getting ready for the summer, and constantly coming up with some new brews that are rolling through the tanks here.
Your location's awesome as well. I love that you guys do the flights. You have a super knowledgeable staff. Where can people find you?
2919 Elwood Drive, straight south on Parsons Road. You'll see a big Snap Fitness right beside us, so you can go for a workout and then come crush some beers.
Perfect. I'm in, except for the workout part. You guys have been recognized locally for your work, but it goes well beyond that as well.
Correct, yeah. So like on a national level multiple times, and then also through our beautiful province of Alberta, we've done a bunch of awards there as well.
And where can people find you online?
So on Instagram, Town Square Brewing, Facebook, Town Square Brewing as well, and even just hit up our website, townsquarebrewing.com.
The Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
Play 107.